Before we get this video started, I want to inform you guys, or rather remind you guys, that I do have a Patreon. Now, why am I telling you guys this again? I need money for a new computer. It's kind of a complicated situation, but I can record Smash Ultimate, but I can't stream it. And not being able to stream Smash 4 when I played that was the biggest missed opportunity for my channel. And I don't want to make that same mistake again with Ultimate. Yeah, I should have mentioned this in a video long before Ultimate was super close to coming out, but I don't like admitting I have to rely on people, so if you can, just donate any money you can on Patreon onto the video. Not to sound cocky or anything, but I think that I'm one of the most well-equipped people to tackle this topic. Half the comments I receive, even to this day, are essentially about Smash 4 and by extension Ultimate versus Melee. I think it's almost undeniable that I helped contribute to the pervasive tension between the two communities, even if it's just a little bit. If you search up Smash 4 versus Melee on YouTube, my video is literally the first one that comes up, and I'm also one of the first things that comes up when you search up Melee versus Ultimate. I also play Smash 4 and Melee, so yeah, I definitely think I'm one of the best equipped people to tackle this topic, especially from an online perspective. Despite what the title may suggest, I'm not going to be talking about this too much from a mechanical standpoint. I've talked about this a lot in other videos, and when we get to the actual question of the video, you'll understand why it doesn't even matter. Now, to start things off, I'm going to be quite honest with you. I've seen more people complain about Melee players than Melee players actually complaining. To remind you, I've received almost 5,000 comments essentially arguing Smash 4 versus Melee, and this is honestly what I've observed. It's also kind of funny because the Melee players are so obviously half joking whenever they talk about Ultimate or Smash 4. And when they do get serious, most of them seem to be genuinely interested in trying out Ultimate. I have no idea why, but some Smash 4 players seem to just be mad at the fact that they're interested for some reason. And this is Smash 4 figureheads like Strides, a Smash 4 commentator, who have been pioneering this mindset, which will inevitably trickle down to the rest of the fan base. There have been multiple tweets by top Melee players, most famously Mango, saying Smash 4 sucked, which I think really reignited the Smash 4 versus Melee debate. So right now I'm kind of defending Melee more, but don't get me wrong, the Smash 4 players are right. There is a lot of elitism in the Melee community. To be fair, oftentimes when I see people make elitist comments, they're still being respectful and, to be honest, truthful. But no matter which way you slice it, they oftentimes still come off as elitist. And this is because the Melee players oftentimes criticize the newer games, whereas the Smash 4 players criticize outside factors about Melee, such as the fact that it's old or glitchy, or the aforementioned elitist community. For example, it's very often that a Melee player will bring up their game by talking about how old it is and how long it's lasted, whereas a Smash 4 player will often use that as a form of criticism. Melee players will talk about how much better their game is than the newer ones because of how long it's lasted. And again, the Smash 4 players will use that as a form of criticism, talking about how the Melee players are too stuck in the past. And that's a lot of where Melee gets its elitist reputation. They're very likely to talk about why their game is better than the newer games when confronted with why they won't switch. I can reason with them for the most part, but there's no denying that this is extremely elitist by nature. Yes, I do agree that it's kind of funny how half the reasons people are excited to play Ultimate are because of things that are readily available in Melee, but I'd be lying to your face if I told you that doesn't come off as extremely elitist from an outsider's perspective. And I think that's a really good summary of why the Smash 4 / Brawl / Ultimate versus Melee debate is really just an endless cycle of nonsense. Melee players talk about how their game is better, and Smash 4 players talk about why they're so elitist. So back to the title of the video. What is the definitive answer? Which game is the best? If you've been listening, you should be able to figure it out. It's pretty obvious. So, okay, without any further ado, the definitive answer to the age-old question, Smash 4 versus Melee, is... no one actually cares. Yeah, okay, kind of a cop-out, but seriously, both camps honestly have valid points. As much as you may scrutinize the Melee community for being elitist, they have a point. And as much as Melee players may not be able to understand why Smash 4 players don't just play Melee, they have fair reasons as well. It's a newer game, so there's going to be more characters, more developer support, more stages, DLC, etc. And that's completely fair. Melee is an old game, no one can deny that, which makes it less accessible by nature, and has literally no developer support. There are no patches to be made to Melee. And if that's something that bothers you, then Melee may not be for you. And that's fine, the newer games are great. The two communities seem to value completely different things, so there really isn't any point in arguing amongst each other, making, like I said, the whole Smash 4 versus Melee debate pretty useless. But those are outside factors. In terms of actual gameplay, I think the two actually value the same things, ironically. They just don't really want to admit it. All Smash players love fluid movement, cool combos, and flashy edge guards or offstage play. Just look at GR Smash and Yeet Smash's most viewed videos. Melee has all of this in spades, which is why Melee players have a hard time understanding why Smash 4 players don't just play Melee if they like good movement, cool combos, and edge guards. They're hopping onto the ultimate hype train largely because of the better movement, faster gameplay, which inadvertently leads to more combos, and rewards offensive play, punishing excessive dodging. And yeah, Melee has literally all of that. But like I said, Smash 4 players also value developer support, accessibility, and character diversity more than Melee players seem to. They seem to appreciate a lot of the gameplay elements from Melee, but don't really want a lot of other things, so Melee doesn't appeal to them as much. That's just how the communities value different things. Smash players in general have a strong attachment to their games, so when you insult them, they get pretty defensive. That being said, for Melee players out there potentially watching this video, criticizing other people's games isn't the best way to get them into yours. But like I said, the whole Smash 4 versus Melee debate is pretty useless anyway. So this video was already kind of me just ranting, but I'm gonna go like full rant mode here just so I can fill the video up to 10 minutes. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I need money, so... When has anyone actually changed their mind on this topic? I'm actually curious. My guess is less than 1%, with me ironically being in that 1% of people. Both sides already have a strong predisposed bias, so you're gonna have to do some serious convincing to switch them over. From someone who played Smash 4 for about 4 years then switched to Melee, I can tell you the games feel really different. And I can tell you from experience, it takes a while for you to rewire your brain to get used to the new movement. Speaking of bias, I honestly hate it when people use bias as a reason to dislike someone's views. I can feel my brain cells physically depleting when I see a comment that says, "Wow, the bias in this video was so strong," or something along those lines. Like, bruh, I'm a human being. Everyone is biased to an extent. It's literally impossible to not be biased and look at things completely objectively. Even if you look purely at just statistics, you can still manipulate them to promote your bias. What's important to me is how you justify your bias. If someone says, I don't know, they like iOS more than Android because all their friends have it, I won't take them very seriously. But if someone has tried iOS and Android and still prefers iOS and justifies this by saying, I don't know, they feel like the operating system is more consistent and that the app support is better, then we're talking. Then we can have an actual discussion. Well, back on topic, for what it's worth, I do think that Melee is a much better game than Smash 4. There's a reason I primarily play Melee now. This should not come as a surprise to any of you because I've literally said this in a video before. But like I said in the beginning, we're not really here to talk about which game is mechanically better because it's irrelevant. As you've probably deduced from this video, I do think that Melee is a better mechanical game, hence again why I switched to Melee. It has literally everything I like about Smash 4, only like 10 times better and 10 times more. But yeah, this video is more so trying to explain why there's so much beef between the communities. So yes, I clickbaited you, kind of. Hopefully, probably not, I can help relieve some of that tension. I hope this video at the very least helped both camps try and understand each other a little bit more. I don't think that having two sectors of a community is a bad thing at all. In fact, in a lot of ways, it's a good thing. Watch this video for a more in-depth look at why I say that. Together we stand, divided we also stand, but not as strongly and probably not for as long. Despite what you may think of Smash 4 or Melee, we need each other to maximize our growth. Alright, that's it for the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said in the beginning, I need more money. Viewer retention and interaction is actually the main things that get me money on YouTube, I think. If you're still here, I've retained your information for long enough, so thanks for that. So it would be nice if you could interact too, I guess. So click all the links in the description, all the cards I have, all of these end screen title card stuff. Or at the very least, you could comment on the video. Just comment anything. Not literally anything, because that's kind of lame. But now because I said that, someone in the comments is gonna do it. But like, I don't know, say good video, or I don't know, man, just comment anything. Comment smooth moves, dude. Actually, the first person that comments smooth moves, dude, gets their comment pinned, and everyone else who says that gets like a like and like that heart thing that, you know, shows that I acknowledged your comment. I hope that's enough incentive for people to comment. Alright, this is well over the 10-minute mark. I'll see you guys later. Peace.